These are the top 2026 fall trends that I know you can upcycle using thrifted, your own fabrics you have on hand, items you have in your home, items you've thrifted, and let's see what sewists can make from these to be right on trend with all these wonderful trends coming up. They're so fun. I picked some of my favorites, so we're going to go with those. Hi, I'm Katerina Gassett, and I am from Create with Katerina. That's my YouTube channel. I love that you are here, so let's just get right into it. The first one I want to go over is velvet. Velvet is so in. It was in 2025. I can't remember a time when velvet wasn't in, really. I remember in the 70s getting my very first velvet dress. I don't know if you saw my short on that or not, but yes, when I was I think I was 11 years old, my grandparents bought me a velvet dress. I was so excited about it. I loved that dress. And that was a long time ago. And I see that trend just keeps coming back and coming back. I'm going to show you what the 2026 trend is looking like, and then show you some things that you can make with it. So the first one I wanted to show you is this amazing simple. This is the most simple one. So this is a velvet skirt with just ruffles all the way down. That is one of the trends. This here is also really cool. I love making whimsy goth clothing and selling it. It's just so much fun, and you can get really repeat customers from it as well. This I absolutely love. You can see the top layer is velvet, and then she's layered different things on the bottom of that. Here is another skirt that is really fun, that it's not all velvet, but you can certainly take different pieces of velvet and interlace them, interconnect them with other types of fabrics. And that's something else. People love the feelings of different textiles. Now, two other things that are really pricey are jackets. You can trim your jackets. Here's a velvet jacket. This is from a website called Celine. This is for sale for over $5,000. And then this is one that I know many of you do embroidery, so you can take velvet and do beautiful appliques or even embroidery on them. And you can sell these for a lot of money. So I found this skirt at the Goodwill bins, and I'm sorry, it's dirty. And whenever you put black in front of you, just by the way, when you're filming, it kind of looks weird. Everything looks weird. Anyway, this is, let me see if I can pull it back. Yeah, this is a 3X velvet skirt. And with that one that I showed you with the layered skirts, this one, let me grab it real quick. This one right here. See, you could just take this, and you could either make a mini skirt or a regular skirt, but you could just take all this and ruffle it, create the ruffles out of it. Another item that you could use would be blouses. Now, this one I found for $1 at a thrift shop. I'm trying to move it away. $1 at a thrift shop. And I could also take this and start to create ruffles out of that to add to a skirt. Another thing that you could do is you could take a velvet jacket. Again, the darks do this. A velvet jacket. This one here I got for $1 at a thrift store. Beautiful jacket. This is doesn't have a brand on it, which is fine. And then you can trim it out. Remember this one here with the trim? Let me grab that real quick. Oh my gosh, see this? Wouldn't that look cool on here? You could really trim it. You could trim it out here. You could trim it out on the sleeves. You could trim it out down here, and it would just look amazing. So that is kind of what I wanted to cover with the velvet. Now, the next one is lace overlays. Now, I'm going to show you some images. Now, these are not the ones from the runways. I didn't want to show you those because you and I, as sewists, we can't really spend, 3 days, 72 hours creating a gown or an outfit that's really, on trend, and then be able to sell it for $5,000. Maybe some of us could, but I don't think I could. I'm not famous like that, so I couldn't really sell it for that price. So I'm going to show you ones that we can do, okay? So here is one that I absolutely love, and I'll show you one that I'm going to be doing with that. So this is so cool. You can take denim jackets and get right here, and you cut out this middle part here. You can cut out any sections you'd like, and then put something in it. So this one here I found for $1 at a thrift shop. And then I found this skirt. Nobody wanted it at the bins because it's a no-name brand, so no one's going to buy it because you can't sell it. You're not going to get any money for it. But this is fully lined, and I don't want the lining. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out the lining, and you see that? And then I am going to cut open the denim, right? Sorry about the color. And then we're going to insert these. Oh, it's going to be so beautiful. So that is what I'm going to do with that. And so it's going to have a look more like this one right here. See that beautiful interlace? So it doesn't have to be just lace. It can be any kind of see-through, very sheer fabrics that look really pretty. You could do netting on here. Oh, I didn't bring my netting. I wanted to show you the netting. Oh, well, we'll do that another time. Here is another example of a great look that's very trendy, and you can see how she has the different laces. She even took out the sleeve and then put in a new sleeve of lace. So it used to be that lace was in trims, like you just trim things out. I make jackets where I just add, you know, lace trim. But now it's called overall lace. And a lot of people I saw in the last fashion runs where their whole outfit was just lace. Now, some of them just wear underwear underneath it. I couldn't do that, but some of them do. Or you wear a bodysuit underneath it or something. But that's very trending, especially in this fall. Here's another beautiful one where you can see the overlays like that on the jeans, on the denim, and cut it out. This is beautiful. And this one here I also really like because it's a thicker lace. So you can use any styles. I have a ton of lace. Of course, I didn't want to make this video, you know, 3 hours long, so I'm not going to show you everything. But as I go to make these, if you want, please leave me a comment. If you want a tutorial or if you want me to do a sew along or something where I'm showing you what I'm doing and how to do it and my processing and what my thoughts are in design. If you like that kind of video, let me know that too. I would love to do those for you. Okay, so that was lace overlay. The next one was cherry red and brown colors. So it's monochrome. So anything that you can make that is like a solid color, you know, I don't want to show you. So here is, so black, of course, is monochrome, but they're going to use, here's another velvet piece I wanted to show you. This is a Bruno, this is by Cush, this is a vintage jacket. And I found this for $4. I absolutely love this. And I'm thinking this would be so beautiful to add different like lace to it, or and I wouldn't cut it. I would just add it to it like an overlay, or trims and things like that, like the ones I showed you. I just wanted to show you how the variety that you can use, and I had just forgotten to show you that part during the velvets session. Okay, next, so the cherry red, if you can do cherry. No, I'm not talking about cherry like the fruit cherry. It's the color red cherry. That is so in right now. And I don't have cherry clothing, so I couldn't really give you an example. And I'm probably not going to do a lot of upcycling with it. But if you love red, this is really something you can really, you know, upcycle and thrift and everything. The next one is brooch stacking. I don't know why they spell it brooch, because I always called it a brooch. My mother taught me how to call it a brooch. So what I wanted to show you, this is so amazing. And this is something that is so simple for you to do. If you start collecting your brooches, or maybe you have a bunch of brooches sitting around your home that you haven't worn since the 70s or the 60s, well, guess what? They are so in. And it used to be that we would just wear one brooch. Well, no, now you wear lots of brooches. So I'm going to show you one with just one brooch. So here's a photo of a jacket where she puts the one brooch on there. And here's another one where there's two brooches, or maybe it's all one, but I think no, it's three. It's about three. So right on the lapel, you'll see that. And then you will see lots of brooches, and even men are wearing brooches now. So it's a big fashion trend for men and women to be wearing multiple brooches and making a statement piece out of your jacket. So here's a jacket that I found. I found this jacket for $1 at a thrift store. I love the color. And this is a size medium. And I just love this color. And then I have some brooches. And you could just take this jacket. And of course, these are much more expensive, so you're going to have to charge a lot more. Let me see if I can just scoot myself up just a tiny bit more, because my island is so I could do like this. We could, and then I have another one here which we could put there. And maybe we want a little pop of yellow up here. Oh my gosh, wouldn't that just be adorable? And then you just take your pieces and you add your brooches to them, and then you sell them as one item. This is just so cool. I just love this idea about the brooch event, really upcycling on those brooches. And you can find those at thrift stores, from your grandmother's closet, all kinds of places, right? But I just thought that that was so cool. And the last one that we're going to go over is animal print. When was the last time you saw animal print being like all the rave? Let me think. I remember in the 70s, animal print was big. I remember in the 80s, animal print was, I don't think leopard has ever gone out of style, or snake, or any of the animal, zebras. What about the cows that have been so popular, right? So leopard is going to be really in. Leopard, tiger stripes, zebra, you know, all of those kinds of animal prints are going to be, and they still are, and they're going to continue to be in. So this is almost an evergreen design, a fashion that you can just create and create and create and sell and sell and sell. So I wanted to show you a couple of really cool denim designs that I absolutely loved. Look at this. This is so cool. So she just took a took trim off of a denim and put it on a animal print jacket. I just think this is phenomenal. This is like one of my favorites. It's on my list to do. This is one that I had found over on Etsy, where she took apart, just created a whole, so she's got the zebra stripes along with the leopard, and then she added these trims. That just looks so cool. So you can use all the items you already have around your home, and I'm sure you have some leopard prints. Now what I found was, I found this one here at Plato's Closet when it was 90% off clearance. So I got this for like, I think $2, maybe $1.80. And this you could definitely either dress up, or, because it's not quite the trendy style, you could take it apart and do something like this, right? You can use all this, and this has that nice mohair type of feel to it. Or if you don't have that and you have some, maybe you have some more canvas style. This one I got at the Goodwill retail store for $4, this dress. It's a beautiful dress, and it's a nice, thick, almost canvas type of fabric. So it's really sturdy. This is a J. Crew dress, by the way. So you could just take, this is the front of the J. Crew dress. So this is a J. Crew dress, and you could just take these. You'll see how much fabric you have down here, that you could then take it and create a jacket like this. Or if you want even thinner, here's another piece I got. This one I paid $4 for at a thrift store, because this is a one of a kind. I'm not going to upcycle this. I am selling this. This is vintage, and the lady, they only make a few until they use dead stock fabrics. And so when the fabric's all gone, they don't make anymore. So I am not going to cut this, but if you have shears like this is like a nice rayon. Those are very nice trims on jackets, or creating a skirt out of it. And then this one here I found for, this one I got for $1. And I love these pants. Too small for me. But again, this would make, look at this. Doesn't that look cool? This would go so well with this style, and then just put the denim around it. So those are some of the things that you can work on. If you like this video, could you please like and subscribe? It really helps my channel, and it works with YouTube's algorithm, which then shows my video. If you like my video and leave comments, then this shows my video to more people that are like you and me. I would love that. I would also love you to go watch my journey video, which is on my trailer on my YouTube channel. And please leave me a comment of which one of these styles are you going to start upcycling and thrifting to create some great styles that you can also either for your own family, for yourself, or for you to sell. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.